Yeah, I haven't seen him work before, so I have no idea. But this is what it is today. In the heeling, he was slightly foraging and slightly distracted by one of the gunfire. Slightly incorrect with the U-turn, right?
Right.
And we can go. Let's go over real quick. The U-turn, right? Not a lot of dogs have the genetics to do it correctly, but if you're gonna do it, you have to make your back. You have to walk up one line. You have to turn around. You have to walk back the same exact line, where it's not an about turn. You're not on the same line, right? What most people are doing is they're walking up this line, and they're doing this or whatever, and then walking back on another line. You know what I mean? And also handler help and everything else. So if it's really going to be correct, you have to be able to walk completely straight. Make your turn. Dog has to make this whole position all the way, but everything correct, all the way back to that position on their own before you even step forward. And it's a hard genetic, hard discipline to kind of train correctly those U-turns if you don't do them properly or have the right dog to do it. So the U-turn is slightly incorrect. Heeling overall still is as factory, sit out of motion, a little bit loose in the build-up, and then he decides to stand on you. Unfortunately, insufficient. Down with recall, dog could down, a little slow to down. He could down a little faster. You know what? Oh man, it's not.
And then he could.
Yeah, that's no. And then okay, I got it.
Right.
And I wrote down like it was kind of like a two-staged.
Right.
Down. You kind of think.
Big.
And then dig. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's why I was saying slow, but it was kind of like this two-stage down. Recall comes and no front, and kind of breaks position a little bit slightly there. Extra command to get the dog back into position, which gives us no front and a finish. Still satisfactory. Yeah. No. Good position. Sorry.
Okay.
Close. Close. Walking stand. There's an extra command, actually 2 extra commands and 4 steps on the walking stand, still sufficient. The retrieve, dog goes out fast, bobbles to pick up, and is chewing on the dumbbell. And on this one, comes back, bumps in the front, drops the dumbbell, but picks it up on your own. Make sure you guys never move your basic position. Shelly did a good thing twice there on her recall when her dog broke. On a recall, if she would have turned or come or backed up or any of that stuff, it's gone. You know what I mean? Because I don't know if the dog's going to make a front or was going to come back or what it was going to do. So it's gone. You got to hold your basic positions always the same with retrieves and things as well. You can't move the dog who drops the dumbbell or comes to you here or goes behind you. You need to hold your position until the dog to come to you wherever he comes and finish it. But if you turn to the dog back up or move your position, the whole exercise is gone. So all the points are gone. So she did a good job there. Her dog ran off behind her here, was running around. She held her position here, and as well with the one where you drop the dumbbell. A lot of times people want to reach for the dumbbell or back up and tell their dogs or whatever, and she stood still, just tell her dog to pick it up. He picked it up, and he held it. Chewed on it a little bit, but he held it. So drop the dumbbell, and still sufficient in the retrieve. Over the jump, he kind of uses it as a springboard. It's not a hit. He actually puts his feet on it, jumps off the top of the jump. At least the one way going over. I wrote down hit too, but it wasn't a hit. It was just that he put his feet on it, kind of springboard off of it. Then coming back, he was clean, but chewing quite a bit on the front of the dumbbell. Out and clean. It was clean. The finish was clean. Still quite good. The retrieve over the wall. That was probably your best. Went over clean, came back clean, chewing, but it was a straight front, straight out, straight finish. Very good. The go out with down. Build-up's correct. Dog goes out fast. He initially goes out and he drops about 15 feet out in front of him, and she gives an extra command to send him, and he immediately goes on. He goes on down and makes a fine down there. So it's extra command and early down. With it still, it's low good, down under distraction. Initially, when she put the dog on the down, the dog sat. Halfway through it, I told her to give an extra command because I thought the dog might break position or whatever. She told him to down. He didn't down. He stayed sitting. Next thing I looked, he down over there on his own. So
it's just a very, very slow down.
It was that's what I was gonna say.
Slow down.
Exactly what I was gonna say. So today I'm gonna keep that in a high sufficient with with 78 points.
All right. Thank you very much. Good boy, Dad.
Okay, our next dog is Smarty Marty with Sydney. Overall here, really nice work. You know, dog's very correct in a lot of the work, and you could probably end up scoring some really good points with this dog if you do a couple of little things. The biggest thing is he's slow on his sit, you know, in the basics, and even on his down, your motion to his sit, he's real slow and real slow, you know what I mean? And it's up to you, I don't care. And I don't know you and I don't know the dog, but just as a general rule, if the motions or your exercises are slow, right? And I can see pressures now came on him a little bit because there's avoidance in the front and this and this and there's a little avoidance with you. And so I know you're pressuring him in some places for some of these things. If the sit is slow or the down is slow, pressure, usually it's not going to make it faster. You know, you have to go back to the teaching stage, teach it fast with ball toy, whatever the heck, food, I don't care what, get the behavior fast. Then you can put pressure on it and the dog knows to do it fast, you know what I mean? But I could be wrong, but I believe this dog doesn't know to do it fast. So when you're pressuring him to do it fast, he doesn't know, you know, it's got to be that fast. So I think you got to go back on your sit down a little bit and teach it much faster, much more correct. Like some of the other ones you saw, just bam, you know what I mean? You get the thing and they're happy about it, you know what I mean? I would go back to a little bit with that, teach the behaviors a little bit more. I know it's going backwards, you know, and stuff. And then when you go back and put the force there, he won't have the void, he'll be clear about it. You know, yeah, I want it fast, you know what I mean? That's my opinion. So overall, though, the work is very good. Just some small things, and the biggest things are what we talked about is slow in the sit, slow in the down. Even in the basic, whenever she stops to sit or down, the dog is very slow. The rest of the things are pretty good. In your heeling, slightly wide on one of the about turns, and slow in your sit over here in your pattern. Still very good. Sit out of motion. Build up, everything's very correct, but slow sit. Down with recall, again, build up is very good, but you down faster and kind of crawls a couple of steps on you on the down. The recall front finish is good. The stand, walking stand, locks up very good. A couple of small steps, but recall comes a slightly crooked front. Finish is good. Still is very good. The stand build up is correct. Takes 2 little steps on you in the stand. Still very good. The retrieve on the flat. I put anticipate something. Oh, you're finished slightly. So, and again, in the pressure stage there, you see, returns just slow. Right, goes out fast, picks up, and kind of returns just slow. But now I should right back. Again, that's pressure, right? It's not coming back too fast. So I think it's the same thing we just talked about. Goes out quick, pickup is fine, but returns slow, and then slightly anticipates her finish, and then it's slightly slow to sit the finish, right? Positions are correct, it should be a little quicker. On the 1 meter, same thing. Dog goes over, comes back fine. Slightly crooked, but it's the same thing. Slightly anticipates the finish, the command for the finish, and then it's kind of slow to sit the finish, right? One over the wall, that was your best retrieve, was excellent. Went over, back, front, clean, out, clean, just slightly slow on the finish. Actually he comes around to the finish quick, but it's just put the button down slow because of not understanding, I think, the speed of it. Go out is go out's excellent, and long down's excellent, and I have you at a 90 SG, 90, but I'm moving you up 1 point to 91 points SG.